What's up everyone? You were allowed to ask me the efficiency of the Blue Ox for different classes. I'm gonna try that with my Archer class and you are gonna see that that mount is really amazing in terms of PvP. Some of you want to know the efficiency versus a warrior because they are not using the disarm skill, right? We are gonna check that because with that mount equipped, we also have 10% damage resistance. Of course, it's not gonna increase your damage, but you are gonna resist longer in PvP versus a warrior and versus other classes. And the 30% control effects reduction is really insane in PvP. You are gonna check that, but before, let's use another mount. The mount I was using before in PvP to have a more skill crit rate and more attack when I crit with the skill. I have a bit more than 30% crit rate on my skills because I am also using the Dragon Pal to have a 20% more. So I have exactly 30% skill crit thanks to both the Cloud and the Dragon Pal. So let's check that in PvP versus the strongest player of our server. That's a Prophet and she is stunning me many times. So we are gonna check that. First try with the Cloud Drifter. I am disarmed and she is disarmed, okay? So I can still deal some damage to her and look at all the damage I took before being able to attack. And I died. And look at the damage taken, okay? I'm gonna retry multiple times so you are gonna check the difference with the Blue Ox later. Okay, I got one shot that time. It happens when you are facing a mage. It's okay, let's retry. Third attempt. Look at that, I am still controlled, I can't attack, almost dead, and I haven't attacked yet. So look at that, I can start dealing some damage, more than half HP on the opponent, and I am dead, okay? So now it's time to change my mount. So let's equip the Blue Ox, 30% less duration on control effects, come back in PvP, and let's practice again versus the same player. And let's check the huge difference. Still controlled for now, and now I can deal some damage, and look at that. The result was way better. Okay, I wasn't able to beat her, but if I retry, normally I should be. So let's find out. Second attempt with the Blue Ox mount. I can deal some damage already. And now apparently she takes no damage at all. She procced another shield, probably. We are gonna retry a third time. Let's check again. I can deal some damage. And the result was a bit different. I almost killed her. We have exactly the same power, so the result is pretty nice in fact when you take that into consideration. The efficiency of the Blue Ox is completely insane, okay? I'm gonna try to replace the Blue Ox and to use another mount instead. Or in fact, I'm just gonna unequip my mount and we are gonna check how fast do I die. So let's check another time. And let's have a look at the time right here. That's with the Blue Ox equipped. "12 seconds and I die, okay? So let's unequip the mount. So I have no mount at all and we are gonna check the damage resistance efficiency. Normally I should die way faster than before. Let's check that. And that's what happens. 9 seconds instead of 12 seconds. Just in case, maybe it was kind of luck because I have a lot of evasion on my character. So let's retry just to be sure. And check the timer at 8 seconds and I am dead again. I'm also using that Avian in PvP, which one reduces the control effects received by 15% for 5 seconds at the beginning of the fight. That's a really good one, so I can start attacking really early during the fight. And I also have the debuff immunity, reducing by an extra 4% the control effects duration. So that's a really good one to use in PvP. And in the same video, why not using that one instead? I'm gonna deal more damage on the opponent thanks to that one, but I'm gonna lose 19% control reduction. So let's use that and see if it does make a difference on the same player. First attempt. I'm taking some damage and I can't attack for now. And I am dead. 50% health remaining on the target, so let's retry a second time to see if there is a difference. Same comment, I'm starting to get attacked before her. And the result was pretty close though. But I'm not sure if it is better to have more damage on the opponent or reduce the control effects on you. Let me know what you think about that in the comment below. I think both are great with the Avian, but then it's gonna depend on your luck during the run. I personally prefer using that one in PvP to reduce my control effects by an extra. On a mage it's okay, but when you are facing another archer, don't let him the time to attack. I'm gonna attack some players in the ranked match. I'm gonna fight that one. If you check, 63,000 power, so almost the same as me, and he is another prophet, so let's try to see what it does. By the way, 54% stun rate. This is insane. Let's check that. I should get stunned a lot of times during the run, but thanks to the control effect reduction, I can attack more often during the run. Is it enough to beat that player? And yes, it was. I'm gonna try versus the same class, the PLUME MONARCH, with the same power as me, but we have probably a different build. You are gonna see when I'm gonna be able to attack, okay? So let's find out. There we go, the fight begins. Now I can attack. And he almost didn't attack me. So that is really strong to have the Blue Ox and the Avian I am using in PvP. It's giving to me a huge advantage over the opponent. Attacking before them is really strong. So now let's try versus a Martial Sage with almost the same power as me. We are gonna try to see what it does when I'm using the build I showed you with the Blue Ox, okay? They are not using the disarm, so maybe it's gonna be really different. He might destroy me. Let's find out. First clone is dead, no other clone. I'm taking a lot of counter-strike. And I won the fight. That was really close, but even if I'm an archer with the build I showed you, I'm able to beat most of the players in the game. Let's try versus a WARBRINGER with almost the same power. And maybe here it's gonna be different. Normally I should take more counter-attack damage. Two clones. The two clones are dead. And the result is gonna be different. I'm gonna lose that one. Warbringers are a bit better than Martial Sage in PvP. So guys, in conclusion, my personal opinion on that mount, it's an amazing one. Probably one of the best to use in PvP depending on the class you are using. If you are getting disarmed, that one is amazing to get the advantage over the opponent by attacking before him. That's a really strong mount for that, as you just saw in that video. The damage resistance 10% is also pretty nice. It helps you to survive a bit longer, and if you survive longer, you deal also a bit more damage during the run, right? So the two effects of that mount are better than the other effects from other mounts, in my opinion, for most of the situations in PvP. Let me know your opinion about that in comment below. Have a nice day, guys, and see you on the next video. Bye bye.